Digital, harsh, spiky tones. That's the usual description for amp sims on the iPad and iPhone. However, I think I found a genuinely brilliant plugin. This is called the Jazz Chorus from Nembrini Audio. It's great for clean tones, and to my surprise, there's killer lead tones and fuzz tones as well. Stick around, I'll show you a bunch of sounds, and I'll show you this really, really cool plugin. Let's get into it. Oh, it's lovely. Tempted to shred. So this is the Jazz Chorus by Nembrini Audio. You can see it's got a nice UI. Let's go through a few of the pages. The first page, we have some stomp boxes. You have a noise gate, a compressor, an auto swell, and a fuzz. The second page takes you to the amp model itself. Looks like it's modeled on a classic Roland JC120. If I've got that right, I might not have. If we move to the third page, you can see the options for your cab, the mic selection options, and you can even blend in an ambient microphone as well. And then finally at the end, we've got like rack effects. So we've got a delay, an equalizer, and we even got this cool studio compressor. But one thing that I really like, just looking at this now, is that no matter what page you are on, you can still have access to the amp's main panel. So if I adjust this volume or treble here, you can see that it's replicated on the amp itself. So that's really handy, because a little tweak to something like a fuzz or something like that, you might then want to dial the treble back on your amp, and you can do that without jumping around pages all the time. But this video isn't going to deep dive into this plugin. This is going to be my first test. So I'm just going to listen to some of the sounds and give you my reactions of what I think it sounds like. I'm on the hunt for some nice clean tones. That's something I've been really needing when it comes to using my iPad and my iPhone for guitar tones. So I'm really hoping this Jazz Chorus from Nembrini Audio can fill that gap. This is called Andy Delay. Nice full-on chorus kind of sound right there. A little crunch. And one thing I always tend to do on amp sims, whether it's a plugin, is dial back that treble. I've got sort of single coils going on most of the time on my guitar here on the neck pickup. So let's dial back that treble. Let's give it a little bit more bass and see if that sounds a bit better. Let's try the bridge pickup. Actually quite surprised. That's a really nice tight crunchy sound. I was only really expecting clean tones from this Jazz Chorus, but with the use of this fuzz and a few other settings, you can actually get a really nice crunch tone. Nice tasty little crunch sound. I really like that. Let's try another sound. Let's see what we've got. Factory presets. The Cult Riff. I like that. That's cool. This is Message Riff. You can hear that nice flanger. Kind of an interesting characteristic, because I believe, I might be wrong, I haven't done my facts here, but the Jazz Chorus is a solid state amp, so it's kind of really, it's not got that chewy tube sound, so it's super crystal clear, but you can get these nice crunchy sounds underneath, which I'm really enjoying. Sounding cool. This is Mixolydian lead. I suppose I better play something Mixolydian. Pretty cool, pretty fun. Not my typical thing, but I quite like it. Percussive baritone. Ooh, that's interesting. Wow, it's got such a squashed compression. It's kind of slap in the face. Really interesting. Let's dial that treble down a little bit. Let's give it a bit more middle. Just not a big fan of massive amounts of treble. Yeah! What about something funky? This is a nice chorus sound. This is called Purple Arpeggio. Pretty cool. Another really tight, spiky, funky tone. This is 70s funk. Nice. This is called strumming. I presume we're supposed to strum something, right? Super nice, really nice clean tones. I think they'll cut nice in the mix. The only thing I think you've got to be aware of is that slightly spiky nature of this sort of solid state model. So I'm definitely dialing off the bright switch. Maybe, if I dial that bright switch off, I can keep the treble up a little bit. Let's turn the bright on and then the treble down. Who knows? Oh, I quite like it there. That's quite nice. Not so in your face now. Sounds really, really nice. I like that. And if you dial back your picking, get quite a nice tone. Very cool indeed. So that's some of the presets, but let's just dial up the default and have a little tweak around and see what we can do. So straight out of the gate. Ooh, we've got a lot going on. First thing I'm going to do is turn that bright switch off. It's a little too bright for me. I mean, that's pretty inspiring. I'm enjoying that. What have we got on the... Oh, so the built-in chorus is in chorus mode. Let's try vibrato instead. Come on, man. Ooh! That's really interesting. I like that a lot. You definitely do some cool atmospheric. It's cool. Let's turn that off for a moment, the old vibrato. Let's just dial back some of those effects. We've got delay going on a little bit too much. I quite like it, so let's just have a little like. Reverb, where's the reverb? Is that on the amp? Ah, there it is, you donut. It's at the bottom here, so you've got reverb here. Let's just dial that back a little bit. I'm going to dial back the treble further. Just want a nice stock clean. And that's sounding pretty tasty already. Still too trebly for me. Let's roll it right back, see what happens. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. That's nice. Oh, that's lovely. Latency is non-existent. Feels nice and quick. Let's have a look at what we can do if we just take a clean sound like that and stick on a fuzz. Pretty cool. What does the filter do? Ooh. So if I go left, I get this kind of harsh. Let's turn that down a minute. If I go left, I get a bit more of a trebly vibe. Not my scene. So I'm going to go filter to the right. Somewhere there. Let's roll the drive back a bit. Let's go without drive. Obviously sounds quite flabby because it's got that nice clean to it. But if you stick this on, does it tighten up? Yeah. And if we stick on like a nice delay with that, I bet it could be quite a cool lead tone. Tempted to shred. You can do that, man. Yeah, nice. Let's put some drums on a second, just jam on that. Too much fun. Let's go back to the settings here. So, I mean, pretty darn impressive, actually. You've got this lovely clean. Guitar's gone a bit out of tune, I think. But it sounds really nice and clean, lovely. You can do all your spacey stuff, right? I know I've got the delay up a bit higher at the minute. But if we dial that fuzz in, it becomes really quite compelling lead tone for me, actually. And this is definitely one of the nicest guitar sounds so far that I've managed to get easily from iOS, whether it's on iPad. This is on iPad and iPhone, as far as I'm aware, from Nembrini Audio. And I actually feel a bit of a mug for not checking out Nembrini Audio a little bit sooner. I've only really tried their free plugin, the Crunk 2 amp, which is a really cool amp. But I'm loving this so far. The UI is really nice, really friendly, easy to use, and I love the sound you're getting. And then I think if you hear that kind of flubby, super clean kind of low end, let's just turn off that delay a minute. If you hear that low, kind of tubby kind of sound, which is cool when you're doing it. which is cool when you're doing funky stuff. But if you want it to tighten up, we could pop that fuzz on, put the drive down, and it kind of now, almost if I pick soft, maybe roll the volume back. Let's put that delay back up because it was quite cool. Whereas now, if we've got that fuzz on and it's just slightly overdriven, we roll the volume back a little bit, you get a really cool. Quite expressive tone. So if we pick soft, it's not going to break up too much, whereas if we want to dig in, so you can get quite dynamic. Pretty cool. So that's my first look at this jazz chorus by Nembrini Audio. Genuine opinion, I really like it. I'm really excited to use this. I want to dig in more. I want to create some presets. I want to have a play around. I'm starting to lean towards, on my looping setup on this channel, using a few smaller amp sims rather than like an all-in-one program. I just find those programs sometimes feel a little bit bloated for what I need. I just kind of really need a nice clean tone, some crunchy stuff, some delays and reverbs. Plus, when I do it this approach, this actually has, more in it than I thought it would. So it's almost got everything I need. But say I want a particular reverb, I might chuck an Eventide next in the chain inside Loopy Pro in the mixer over here, which is what I plan to do. So I'm really looking forward to testing this out further. This is the Jazz Chorus by Nembrini Audio. I hope I did that a little bit of justice. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and I will see you in the next video. If you want to know a little bit more about setting up an iPhone or iPad to run your guitar rigs, then click the video on your screen now.